Erroneous Bro, what's up, guys? It's Pumpkin Crain here. Today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free movie review of a movie that is very special to me, and made up a lot of my childhood. And that movie is Batman 1989. Now let's get into it. This is a spoiler-free review, by the way, if I didn't already say that. Anyway, let's get into it. So, back when I was a kid, and I was not 18 years of age like I am now, and technically an adult, I got this movie one summer, and it was one of the first superhero movies I ever saw. I got this when I was 8. Okay, what I'm referring to is I got a DVD copy of Batman 1989 for myself when I was 8 years old. This was like 10 years ago, because I'm 18. Whatever, I can't remember the exact year. I think it was like 2012 or something. I don't know. So I got myself a copy of this movie because I really wanted to see it. And my parents were okay with me watching it because, of course, they monitored pretty much everything I watched back then because I was a little kid and I was 8 years old. And why wouldn't they? So, they let me buy it, and when I first watched it, I was just blown away. And I watched it over and over and over and over and over again, and I still have that copy of the DVD today, and I have a second copy of that DVD. I freaking love this movie. It has a very special place in my heart. I love Michael Keaton in it as Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. He's terrific. I love Jack Nicholson as Joker. You can tell he really gave gave all of himself into this performance and really actually cared about the character of Joker. He was a great Joker. And I just love the whole neo-noir, not neo-noir, just kind of, but gothic, and just mysterious setting and visuals in this movie, like Gotham City and everything. And I love how this movie has a dark tone, but it kind of bounces it out with a lot of just fun and occasionally comedic moments in this movie. It's awesome and it really works. This is a Tim Burton movie for those of you who don't already know, and you can definitely tell because it's got his style of movie making in there, his style of directing, and it's terrific. It was pretty well liked when it came out, and it's pretty well liked now. It has a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a pretty good score. So, most of the critics like it. I, for one, love it. It's a classic superhero movie, and if it weren't for the success of this movie, I don't think that we would have a lot of the superhero movies that we have today. Because, this film was so successful that it got a sequel, And then that film got a sequel. And that film got a sequel. And then there was a reboot. And there was also like an animated Batman movie. And then like a whole bunch of other superhero movies started coming out. You know, there were the Superman movies before this, which I'll talk about another day. I also have like a copy of every single one of those. Old Superman movies with Richard Donner in them. Richard Donner was the director. Was the original director of Superman. I'm thinking of Christopher Reeve. Yeah, the ones with Christopher Reeve in them. You know, people had those, but you know they didn't have a lot of great superhero movies to watch. And then this came along, and you know, kind of showed people, hey, you know, there can be like other superhero movies besides Superman that can be good and awesome and enjoyable. And I'll bet it made Batman more of a household name. I don't know for sure. Batman was always a pretty popular character, even before this movie was made. You know, everybody loved the comics, the comic books, the Batman comic books. But, you know, I don't think he was as much of a popular character until this movie came out. You know, of course there were like the 60s superhero cartoons and the 70s ones and the 80s ones before this, Batman in them. And I think that Batman and Robin even had their own like newspaper strip at one point. You know, like it was like the Adventures of Batman and Robin. You know, apart from the normal comic books that were coming out about them. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is that this movie is influential, it's inspirational, it's iconic, it's fun, it's got some pretty good acting in there. It's just a great movie, and it's not boring. It's super fun, super creative, especially when it comes to like visuals. The visuals are dope, and the Bat costume is great. The Batman costume is great. I love the bat symbol with yellow. Is this my favorite Batman costume? No, but it's one of my favorites. And I cannot wait to see Michael Keaton reprise his role as Batman in the upcoming Flash movie and the upcoming Batgirl live-action movie, which not a lot of people have seemed to talk about. Like, I've heard like almost no news about that movie besides the fact that Michael Keaton Batman will be like, you know, kind of like a mentor for Batgirl. Like we haven't gotten a trailer. The movie's supposed to drop this year, and we haven't gotten a trailer. We haven't gotten like any leaked photos. We haven't gotten really anything besides that. So I'm kind of worried that it's been delayed. I don't know. Hopefully it'll come out. Anyway, back on the topic of Batman 1989. If you haven't seen this movie and you're a Batman fan, you need to check this out. And if you just like good movies in general, you need to check this out. This is a perfect, fun, wacky, bizarre, gothic, dark, fun masterpiece that I think you'll definitely like. And I'm going to give this movie a 100% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A+. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.